You are.
I see your comment.
Welcome in, everybody. We are live. We're going to dye some hair. See that blue? Indigo blue. Oh, it's not that type of procedure, is it?
Mix this stuff in for when you're ready. Is that I need you to open this though. Dougie Doug said morning.
Dougie Doug, good morning, Dougie Doug. So, what you can do, you can touch the comment, and it'll pin them up here for a minute, and you talk to the people, and then when you're done, touch the comment and it goes away. Heads and tails. What are you heading yourself into? We are dyeing some hair, bro. Indigo blue. Start with four viewers. Good, good. Welcome in, everybody. This is the hairdresser show, hairdresser Cole show now. Gonna teach Miss Abigail here how to work the StreamYard.
I gotta remember wash it quick. So the last time I tried to do blue, I washed my hair in cold water and hot water and it turned green.
Yeah.
Hair saved $80.
Save
$17 right here.
Yeah. Down here. YouTube all content. Oh, you can check out the shorts from when I went to Walmart this morning. They're still crazy, bro. There was probably thousands of birds up. They were fucking everywhere. And of course, I had to harass them with my phone. Shut up, dog. Shut up. We're talking to you. Fucking even the damn dog talks back. Can't get nobody listening around this motherfucker.
Mason, me. Oh.
Playing. Yeah, I forgot playing in the fucking cold ass rain. A happy Veterans Day, by the way. Any veterans? If we have any veterans in the house, thank you for your service. Thank you for keeping our freedom free. One time for the one time. Very much appreciated to all the veterans. Yeah, it's gonna be blue. We already got blue spots up. But I'm not a professional, by the way.
Morning. What color? It's like a hmm. My nurse at work gave me 15 bucks to dump.
And we're doing a lot.
And sick. There's ibuprofen. There's no Tylenol right there. Oh, there's Tylenol cold and flu in that where all the silverware is. The white bin, other one.
Crazy Hillbilly, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you?
Let me read the back of it. I think it's DM.
Dougie Doug.
Is it green? It's DM. It's Tylenol cold. Yeah. Do you have any sinus or headache? Okay. Take this, and if you don't feel any better, you're still running a fever. Take some ibuprofen. You can take them together.
First period.
You'll be okay.
Such a proud mom.
I'm not a girl. I mean, I'm a girl, but like, I'm not a professional girl.
Make sure I get I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl. So we'll be Indigo blue and gray.
Uh, will you do me a favor? Put my jacket on and go grab my coffee out of the car. Go grab my coffee out of the car. My slides are somewhere. It's raining and it's cold, so put a jacket on. It got cold. I don't know where that is.
Hopefully we don't come out. Zebra in the end.
I hope not. That's my biggest fear.
This is my first time ever doing it. Good show, baby.
Sorry.
Good show.
That's a snitch.
I know. Cocoa Buddy Barbie or Cocoa Butter Barbie. Good morning, good morning. How are you? Lexo Motorsport. One time for the one time, boy. You gotta start pinning these messages.
You know?
So you touch the message, you let it go up there, touch it, go away. And like there in a second. Oh, they don't- they ignore it. Come on here.
Lexo Motorsports said you're, yeah, buddy, or
Mike gets off work at 6 a.m., so I gotta get up at 5.
I just undid it. I didn't.
That's fine. You put it on there for a second, take it off.
No, I did it and I automatically took it off.
Oh.
It's supposed to get down to 30 something tonight.
We're going indigo blue. This is my first time, so see how it works out. No, I'm playing. I've done this before.
Look at how dark it's getting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everything is backwards except for the way you turn your
Mm.
Anybody wants to get on the panel, they're more than welcome. The link's at the top. We're teaching her how to work the StreamYards app. This might be the beginning of the Abigail Grace show. We never know. Might get her comfortable live stream on YouTube here.
Sorry. Help.
Sorry, vlog. Hello.
Wow.
Vlog. Video log.
That's what a vlog is.
Yeah.
The right term is.
I'm a name killer.
Make sure you get down my roots at the bottom.
Listen here. Hold your hand out like this. You know what you're doing?
No.
Just hold the tail. I'm fucking this monkey.
Oh. Gotta get my roots at the bottom. Do you need a hair tie?
There's plenty of hair to make the hair work.
You did it without a hair tie. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. This is the welcome to the beauty school of Cole. How to. It's a how-to video. How to not waste money dyeing people's hair. Or it can be how to fuck up your wife's hair. We'll see how it goes in the end. Could be good, could be bad. Either way, it's gonna be fun. Lexo, in the easy for sheezy. Y'all guys make sure to check out Lexo's channel. He's dropping 3, 4, 5 shorts a day. Beautiful fish. He has a very good fish. Fishing water, saltwater tank.
Dougie Doug said, done that, Cole.
Dougie Doug,
That air itches.
oh my god. You're turning into a fucking Smurf. One time, Amy dyed her hair blue, and she went and washed it out at my mama's house, her mom, my grandma, and she dried her hair with a towel and hung it up on the fucking rack, the regular towel rack, and didn't tell anybody. And it was a dark colored towel. And then Vicky went in there and took a shower afterwards, and didn't know that the towel was covered in hair dye. When she dried off her body, she dyed her whole fucking body. She was blue for a couple of days. She had a SOS pass the whole fucking body.
Heads and tails said I'll get on in a couple minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. And if somebody to pay attention to the comments that we're seasoned at this, because I'm kind of busy. You want to tell them about your day at work while you're sitting here?
Painful. I didn't really watch that one. I got Yeah, it was really boring. Yesterday, that lady was pretty funny. She got that X-ray at 3 a.m. and woke up at 5 and was like, "Help! I've been kidnapped and some guy took a picture of my bottom." I couldn't help it. I started laughing because I helped with that X-ray, you know. But that was kind of crazy. Other than that, it's just been boring. There's really nothing that goes on. I just change diapers. That's all. Yeah, but it's been pretty calm. Yeah, you know. Oh, there was this resident after I left the other morning. He punched his roommate in the face because he asked for his jeans. But this resident threatens to kick everybody's ass for talking shit for stealing his stuff, but he goes around stealing everybody else's stuff. Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah. There's Vaseline right there. Yeah, really? So we can dye your hair too, and I'll do the dyeing on your hair. We'll leave some for your hair to cover up the gray. You did it with my purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dye my hair a lot. This is like the longest I've been without dyeing my hair. It's been killing me. I've been dreaming about dyeing my hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was telling Terry, I was like, if you don't answer the phone, you're gonna have to take me. Only put blue bangs on Cole.
Only the blue vein.
That would be kind of cute, babe. What you think?
Oh yeah, if I was just a fucking Bieber back in 1982.
He never had. He was in 19. He didn't even exist. That don't make sense. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, we
I'm
got that.
trying to cover up the tips, like his gray tips. Start.
You know, put last in there. Yeah,
We need both. I'm pretty sure he wants frosted tips.
yep. That's all I need is frosted hair. That way I could
I
be.
talked about your gray tip.
That way I could be. I could fit in with the in crowd. Helps me stay 26 forever when I do cool shit like dye my fucking hair purple.
Dougie Doug said, my 21-year-old daughter changes her hair color like twice a month.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
My 22-year-old wife would like to change her hair color like twice. Fucking changes her hair more she changes her fucking underwear.
I don't. Hey. I don't know.
got a straggler.
I sounded like I was raunchy.
Hope you would have finished your statement.
I'm wearing. Well, I didn't want to put that
I was
on the
I
YouTube.
was fucking giving you something to step into.
I know, man. You did that.
What's on there now? About 3 times.
No.
Gave you a little bit of rope. All you gotta do is hang yourself.
Ow.
What?
That kind of hurted.
Beauty hurt.
Well, don't make it painful for me.
Beauty did. I think we got the whole thing here. Now we gotta get all the rest of this shit.
The dead stuff.
Gonna be. Right now, it's stopping.
Ow.
You'd be half a half on. Losing my. There we go. No worries, guys. We survived.
Team Chef Live said, "Good morning, Cole."
Everybody pick up that channel. That is Chef TMGZ's new channel right there from his restaurant. Everybody make sure you scoop up that channel right there. Help support Chef TMGZ. Got him a new channel rolling now. You go ahead and get him his 500 subscribers. Get him on his way.
He said, Team Chef Live said, "I'm next." Ella.
I'm down. You get on your fucking helicopter, your airplane, and fly down here from Canada. Get in the chair. What color you want to go? We're doing indica blue right now.
It's gonna be this color. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Then you gotta wait for it.
Heads and Tails said, "My lady used to change her hair color all the time until she fried it and had to cut it all off. Now I've banned her for a while." So he banned me for almost a year. Dyeing my hair.
Years worth of getting it back to the natural hair color and being not allowed to. And finally,
it got to the natural hair color and I felt simple.
Yeah. New hair, new me.
New hair, new me. New attitude.
Oh, we don't need any more.
It ain't gonna be more. It's gonna be a new hair, new me.
I mean, no more attitude. We got enough of that shit already. Many fucking attitude. Too many personalities.
There's like 10 of them.
Huh?
There's 10 of them.
Come on.
Oh.
What, baby? Huh? Oh, Jerry? No. I'm kind of busy. I'm live streaming and I'm trying to have his hair.
It's 8 o'clock anyway.
Yeah, he's already supposed to be over. You still feel bad? Good, because we're on YouTube, so we gotta have evidence that's good. You can't hear
He
nothing?
needs to take it.
We need to get you to take your antibiotics so that you start feeling better.
Who's holding the river? You want to look at the hair color? It's gonna be blue. Dark blue.
What's Dougie Doug saying?
He said, "Ungame help. Ungame Pixelberry commented."
Oh, Unipixelberry?
Yeah.
Thank you, Unigame Pixelberry, for coming in. How are you this morning? We are dyeing some hair. Changing the attitude, she likes to say. Taking a whole new attitude out of this. Go from a goofy blonde to fucking Smurf. Trying to get this saturation in the end.
And then we can be matching Smurfs because you're going to use the leftovers and I'm going to dye your hair. Oh, they took the. Oh, nice.
Silly dog. Silly dog.
Yeah.
We got Team Cheer Life, Team Chef Life. Sorry, I'm reading from back here. Dougie Doug
Get the
saying
cat
hello
off
to
me.
Gameplay. Watch out, back up.
The cat was on me. He put it on me, so he's taking it off.
Thank you everybody for coming in. Trying to teach her how this live stream game works. Getting more adapted to it. Sci-fi, sci-fi Brian, the video guy. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you this lovely morning? We are going with some indica blue hair dye here. Trying to change the look up a little bit.
New hair, new me.
Condom keeps falling off. Dougie Doug saying hi to Bree. Is Bree in here?
No.
Oh, Bri. All right.
It'll be dark.
It is. What bubble? What's gonna fall off? Oh, yeah.
Sci-Fi said just got off the karaoke stream, been singing, laughing, and having fun.
Sound good. Sound good.
Yeah.
I karaoke. Got saying hello to everybody. He's gonna be the next live streamer.
Heads and Tails wants to know how many
I haven't looked since last night, but we did. How many hours? I did 3.5 hours of stream last night, so on 82 views. So I would imagine I got at least 10 or 12 hours out of that. Whenever I stream on StreamYard, it doesn't give me the analytics like it does when you stream on the YouTube app. So when I finish here, all it does is tell me you're done. And on the YouTube app, when you finish, it gives you the breakdown. It tells you the watch hours, the views, the likes, how long you streamed, and all that. On StreamYard, it doesn't give you the analytics the same way.
I mean, I'm not trying to. Download the YouTube Studio app.
The YouTube Studio app is trash. I use the desktop version of the YouTube Studio on my phone. On the YouTube Studio app, it's just like so simplified for the phone version that I hate it. I go to the desktop version on my internet Explorer.
And then Team Chef Life said, Cole, I lost more people yesterday.
So I went to bed at 6:09 and I woke up at 5:96. That's the reason for all the short drops this morning is to regain them naturally. So I went from 6:10 to 5:96. So I lost roughly 10, but I gained almost 20 yesterday. So easy come, easy go.
Heads and Tails said, yeah, the app sucks, but they did an update recently.
I did. So I haven't been on there in a while that way. I've just been going through the desktop version here lately.
I gotta set a timer and Um,
Can I turn it like daddy's color now?
25 minutes. Begin timing after you finish applying.
Turn it that way.
Oh, sorry. It says begin timing after you finish applying the color on for 25 minutes. Do not save any unused mixture. The container may burst.
Yes. Yeah, whenever you're done with hair dye, you have to throw it away. Do not put the lid back on it or it can explode. It's a chemical reaction and it creates pressure in a bottle, almost like putting dry ice or something like that inside of a 2 liter bottle and float.
You want me to do yours too?
Hopefully, they would put right now. And after you wash it out, if you see anything bad, I can touch it up. No,
So you want me to blow dry it?
you, you
I
don't
would
see anything missing or messed up. It go bad.
do the thing where you put a bunch on there and just put it on the outside too. You want to blow dry it? I'll let you blow dry it. I think I'm gonna make breakfast too. We got some sausage. We got the pancake sausage things, like corn dog, and we have syrup still, I think.
I got the mini
Sausage biscuits. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put it all in the oven. I'll see if Landon's hungry, and I'll just put a bunch of it in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna stay in the bathtub too. Get Mason. Oh, there's a bunch of people coming in. Ebony Babes 23 says hello, my friend. Good evening.
Hello, my good friend. Thank you for coming in. How are you? We are dyeing some hair this morning. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I know. Kev- Yeah, yeah, yeah.
69XX
That's
phone.
Pornbot. Thank you, Pornbots, for coming in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and then fuck off and go away. Somebody block them for me, please. Appreciate the views, but I don't want you here because you don't know how to fucking cooperate and talk to people like a real person. Just want to come in and spam the chat like a douchebag. Don't look just as bad as a fucking troll.
A new dating online. A new dating online. That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's just the spam. So if you, it's just to get people to leave your stream and go to their shit like that. I don't know what the fuck.
Look at this rollover accident. Exactly. I showed them. The soda truck happened in like Portland. I never get.
No, no, somebody else posted that on Facebook. Facebook post. Something you'll never be on. As long as you live in this place. You get grown, you can have one. But by then you probably won't care about it because You won't be indoctrinated into fucking Facebook and social media that way.
Ebony Babes 23 said done, like and shared them.
Thank you for the share. Appreciate it a lot. We're trying to teach this one how the live stream game goes a little bit. Hey, well, I think it's YouTube copyright. Not fair if you can music, not approved music by YouTube. You can get copyright.
Yeah?
18 minute and a half. That's crazy.
A bag on it? Yeah, it's a Christmas tree.
You gotta
I gotta take a shower.
set a timer. Tell Siri to set the timer for 25 minutes.
I did. I look goofy.
The hair is
I know.
okay. Now you're fucking backward. Instead of being a bad bitch, you're a bad bitch.
Still a bad bitch. You got her hair?
We can give you blue streaks. Oh, all right, here we go. Oh shit. We got Evelyn says, "Hello, mom. You're so beautiful." Lexo says, "Boom. What's for breakfast, motherfucker?" Evelyn says, "You're so beautiful." We got a block user 69xx dot fun. Fucking trash ass. And Eric Curry, they were already blocked. I can't block somebody that's already blocked. Good. We got Nightbot saying hello. We got Dougie Doug saying hey. I almost need to unplug this damn phone. I don't have my towel on my table, so it's sitting on top of the paper, so it's sliding real easy. What I need to do is find my counterweight to put in front of the camera. There we go. That'll help hold the camera up. Now, well, hopefully I didn't wipe blue all over my face. All right, I didn't wipe blue all over my face. So we're gonna turn on the news and listen to some fucking news while we're got a 25-minute timer going, and then we will get washed out. I don't want to. All right, we'll put them in there. Try to clean up some of this mess. We go get the news on so we can see what's going on in the world around us. Probably ain't nothing good. The news ain't never got nothing good going but bullshit all the time, every day. Hopefully everybody's having a great morning. Smoke a cigarette. is going for us now. Gonna hear about the current event here in north central Texas. Hopefully there's nothing bad going on. Probably a bunch of fucked up weather and people that can't drive. We got a 25-minute timer set. Then after our time goes off, we'll get her to go wash her hair out and then blow dry it and see what the outcome is. Put my hair up a little bit. Looking a little wild in here. I wish I'd have charged my phone so I could have my camera the other way. Whenever I have the phone this direction, when I go to reach for shit, my finger goes right in front of the camera. I normally do the sausage biscuits in the air fryer though. Yeah, they're doing birthdays right now. We got our happy birthdays on the Fox 4 News this morning. Afterwards conditioner. Don't you have two of these? Y'all guys got to go check out the shorts I dropped this morning of the birds at Walmart. There's probably, I don't know, 1,000+ birds taking over the Walmart parking lot. They were everywhere. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Get our camera angle right. I need something better to put in front of the camera though. This thing's covering up all my stuff. Crows, yeah. Blackbirds, crows. There was thousands of them. I've never really seen them like that before. It was kind of crazy. We need something to put in front of here that don't block everything so I can see what's going on. I gotta find a counterweight. It's not so heavy. Maybe this will work. Got rain coming in. We're under a freeze warning right now. Here. Siberian Gal Pal, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Anybody that wants to join the panel is welcome to. All you got to do is touch the link at the top. We'll be able to let you right in. That's not going to be heavy enough. Where? Dougie Doug says hello to morning. Good morning to Gal Pal. Siberian Gal Pal says, "Where's my little buddy? Where's her little buddy at? Do you know?" Oh, there he is. We got half a face. We got a half a facer over here. She says, "Hey, how are you? How are you, Mason?" Siberian Gal Pal asking how you are, bub. That's not heavy enough. Oh, he says he's good. And he says, make sure to hit the like button. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right, back up for a second so I can finish smoking. don't want to smoke in the face. We got heads and tails back in. We got snow in Oklahoma. We got a lot of snow up north. Looks like it's snowing in Oklahoma, Colorado. Everything northwest of us has got snow, it looks like. Siberian saying hello to Dougie Doug. Siberian saying hello to Heads and Tails. You're fine today? Well, you're not going to be fine after Sunday. We got Heads and Tails coming up.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, Siberian, you're not going to be doing too good after Sunday because the Cowboys are going to put a fucking spanking on them Packers. How are you doing, Heads and Tails?
Pretty good, my brother. How you doing?
Oh, fucking being a hairdresser and a dad and a fucking chauffeur and a cook and adding some live stream in there whenever we can.
Right. Heck yeah, man. Nah.
How'd your stream go last night?
I didn't do a stream last night.
Oh, that was TNT, wasn't it? That did the
Yeah.
He did the silent stream.
Yeah. Which was kind of weird because I was wanting to bullshit with him, He was not there. I was like, oh man. But,
right. Yeah, he kind of put a announcement on his page that it was going to be a different style, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool.
You mean the cow babies? You ain't gonna be calling them cow babies after they spank them Packers.
Hey man.
Got Sadie lady saying good morning.
I do. The dang Cowboys, they are choke artists. They will do so good and then choke when it matters.
Yeah, they're a second round playoff team.
Yeah.
That's about all they can ever pull out of their ass.
Yeah. But I mean, man, their defense is really stout, and they have a lot of good guys on their team in general. Their offense is awesome. I mean, when they put it together, they're tough to stop,
Right. Yeah, they build a good team. They just fail to put it together at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's not like they can't win games. I mean, some games they just blow people out like crazy. I mean, they had 49 points against the Bears, bro. I mean, the Bears are sucking anyways this year, but damn.
Oh, the Bears aren't doing too good?
Nah, they're doing pretty bad. I'm grabbing.
I always I gave up on football for about 2 years there. When they kind of the politics took over the NFL.
Yeah.
So I gave up for about 2 years. That's Heads and Tails. He's from the snake community.
Yeah. I woke up today. I got a lock. So my two piebalds, they crossed their tails or whatever. So they're getting it.
Right. So you're gonna have your clutch coming pretty soon.
Yep. Which it's the second time I've confirmed to see them lock. The other two pairings I've seen them confirm twice also. So.
Well, that's good.
Hopefully, I'll be getting some eggs soon.
What? So since they're both pieball, you'll just have a pieball clutch.
Yeah. So the male is, he's pieballed het for Exanthic VPI, which is Exanthic is white and black snakes. It takes the color.
Right.
So, and then the piebald, does the patch where it's it'll have pattern and then be white and pattern and white.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would go grab them, but they're locked, so no. But,
yeah, you won't leave them alone right now.
Yeah. My male might have leopard in him, so I could end up with some leopard pieds that are 50% het for Exanthic. But honestly, it was just to get some decent snakes. It wasn't oh, I'm gonna make this new one with this clutch. Like this one is supposed to be basically my control or my baseline for like,
Right.
all right, this is how I want to do it, and then that way I get 100% of the babies will all be piebald too, so that'll be nice.
Right. And then they all have the head. They should have the head also.
Half of them will. Half of them will have the head because only the dad is 100%. So the babies will be 50%.
Happy Veterans Day to everybody. Happy Veterans Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day. I got some other clutches that I'm like real excited for, and
my next shower.
oh, sorry. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to listen.
Word. Now I got a female that's het for Xanthic and het for pied, and she's black pastel, so that'll be cool. Could make some black pastel leopard Xanthic pieds.
Yeah. Si habla español muy poquito, my friend.
See. Okay, so I got you. I've actually been wanting to talk to you anyways, because I could definitely go through some snake genetics with you. Like, for example, codoms. Man, I wish I had some snakes with me. Let me see if I can get my laptop to turn on. So codoms, if the snake has a codominant gene in it, it means that, say the mother is pastel, which is a codom, and she breeds with a normal, half of those babies will be pastel because
and
it's
then the other half will be het for pastel.
No, the other half will just be normals because codoms, a codom actually is a het. So you have heterozygous and homozygous, but a codom will show up visually for the het version, where recessives have to have 2 copies in order to show up.
All right.
That's where you get the het from, is because it only has 1 copy of the gene, so it doesn't show up on the snake like the different patterns and stuff. But if you breed it with another one that has that same genetic, those babies will come out with those. Well, some of the babies will. It depends on if you're going with another visual or another het. Het to het, you end up usually only getting like 2 visuals out of 6 babies. If you go a visual to a het, half the babies, and if you go visual to visual, all the babies. So codoms, the version of a codom that would match like how a recessive would be with 2 copies, that's called a super form. So if you've ever heard of a super pastel or a super gravel, all of those are the homozygous version, which is basically doubling up the same gene, and it just creates like a crazier pattern. I have snake Ned. He's a superfly, which is super pastel and fire, but he's het for clown because clown is recessive. So it's he's really a 3 gene snake, but seen as it's a super, it's more like a 4, because no matter what he breeds to, those babies are coming out at least pastel. Because he's a super version of it. So he's like guaranteed to push. Super versions are real nice on codoms. You cannot get a super version for a recessive. Recessives don't do supers.
Right.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess any visual recessive is a super.
Just already to begin with, basically.
Yeah, like because so like usually the parents can only push on 1 gene to the baby. So the baby, I think of it like a drag strip light, where it's like got like boom, 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 boom. Hey, me too.
Safety meeting, one time for the one time. Always got to be safe. Got to be safe out here.
Right. So I like to think of the genetics as like a drag strip light, where there's one on one side and one on the other, and you just like fill up the lights with genes. So there's only so much you can put in the snake, though, in the end. kind of works out in thinking that aspect.
It kind of seems like it's just like a fucking roll of the dice, you know? Like, I'm going to put these two together and we're going to get maybe 50-50. Maybe we're going to get a fucking albino. Maybe we're not. But if we don't get an albino, then they'll be het for albino. And
yeah, okay. So as far as playing the recessive game, oh yeah, it's a lot of just hoping the odds gods hook you up, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, well, unless you're using visual to visual, and then you're guaranteed all of them will be visuals. But,
right.
But it's super expensive. And if you're trying to make new snakes, using two of the same snakes aren't going to help you.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything unless they're both het for something different, maybe.
Exactly. If they're both het for something different, or if they have a bunch of codoms, because the codoms, that's why it's good to have like one recessive and then like 3 codoms in a snake, because each codom, half the babies will get that codom.
So they all kind of have the potential.
Yeah. So like you can end up, instead of just making albinos by using 2 visual albinos, say you have a spot nose albino and a black pastel albino. You put them together, some of the babies will be spot nose albino, some will be black pastel, some will be both.
Right.
And yeah, and then you got a badass snake, you know, you got one with 3 genes instead of just 1 or 2. So I mean, it's dude, honestly, it'll take you for a roller coaster ride, and next thing you know, you're just like, for a little bit, I felt like a scientist. I was like, I'm a mad scientist, you know. But
gonna have some snake sex and see what we have.
Right. So now I'm getting more to the idea of kind of being an artist. Because I've never been able to draw or paint. Like, I don't know, man. I'm left-handed, you know. Stuff don't work out well for me as far as like drawing and stuff. But I've always had like an artistic mind state, you know. So like being able to create art with a living creature is like just crazy to me, and I'm like fully hooked. Fully hooked.
Right, that makes sense. It's you gotta have your wheels a turning to try to come up with these new things. Because like back when I did snakes, it was probably over 10 years ago, and having an albino or having something het for albino was the shit. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't anything out there. It was like there was pastel, pied, and albino, and those were the 3. That was it. You know.
Right, and then that's when Inchy started coming in the game, and Clown, and then the banana, and then the Superfly, and it was like back then when I did it, if you had a het for albino or a fucking pastel, you had something almost.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, thousands of dollars for those, you know? And people are complaining about it, but I kind of feel like, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Siberian gal pal. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the more people complain about it, the more it's kind of funny to me, because the more you create snakes, the more there are out there. So now the prices start to drop. And a lot of these guys that, you know, paid 25 grand for a pastel 15 years ago are not getting anywhere near that money anymore. Now it's $60 or something. You know?
Right, yeah. Like, normals and pastels are
$50
in the market. Unless you go to the pet store, and then they're still 100, 150 because some people are fucking woo-woo.
Yeah.
But you get them out of a regular market. And then a lot of people I've noticed, they don't know how to really label them, the normals. So I can go to the pet store, I can look at a normal, and I can sit there and tell you that motherfucker's set for albino, because that white goes almost all the way around that black in between the black and the brown, and that's normally a pretty good sign that snake's het for albino.
It can be het for a couple things, actually, but yes, it is a good sign for it being het. I have So I was watching an interview of this guy, and he's literally any hets he gets, he sends to the pet stores because he's doing, he's making 200-300 hets at a time with all the snakes that he's got. So he's just sending them to like PetSmart and Petco. Anything that looks like a normal, he's just getting rid of it. Well, some people are getting stuff that's like pet for sunset, which is a sunset's still a $10,000 snake.
But nobody knows what they're getting because they're just going in there. Oh, this is a normal ball for, if PetSmart's charging like $200 for normals. They don't know what they're head for.
No,
they come with no paperwork.
A normal at PetSmart, I think, is like $89.
But my PetSmart, they're about 100 something.
Oh damn!
And then even at the snakes I went and videoed the other day from Russell's Feed Store, one of them was a pastel. They got it listed as a normal. It's just a real light, kind of a darker pastel. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
And then the other two were normals. One was het for something, and they had them all $100.
Yeah, and I mean, I had a pair of iguanas. Sweet, like iguanas. They get pretty big
until they get big enough to run around your house and whoop your ass with that tail.
That's the kind of the deal with bigger lizards and stuff, is that a lizard's not a snake. They need a lot more room to run and roam and stuff like that. So if you can't have like your animals running freely around your house, it's going to be tough to get a big enough enclosure to really keep them sasatisfied.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have she's probably about 2.5 feet now, my Tegu, and I gotta build like an outdoor like area for her to run and stuff. But it's gotta be completely sealed in because she'll escape. You're good. This real quick. Man, I'm trying to get my laptop working. This thing sucks. I've turned it on like an hour ago, and this is still my screen. Just an Iron Man symbol. Nothing's coming up. There we go. Nothing's
Your
coming
laptop trying to update, or what's it doing? Being a piece of shit?
I don't know, man. It's driving me crazy. Keep clicking stuff. Hit all the buttons, nothing happens.
You might need a bigger hammer.
Large pet stores are kind of gross. All right,
pet stores really don't maintain their shit.
I'm partial to them. I'm half and half there, because honestly, there's like the PetSmart by my house. I know those people pretty well, and they really do care about their animals. That's actually where one of my snakes, Captain Hook, came from. I got him for free. He
caught a fly. He needs help. All right, go help his ass outside. Go play for me. It's like a nature boy here.
The rise of the laptops. Would you get a lot of views if I just yeeted this thing against the wall back there?
If we weren't on a panel and I put you on a solo layout and you make sure you do it right in the fucking middle of the camera, I could turn it into a short. Yeah, I'd have to put you on a solo layout and you would have to stay right in the middle. Fucking laptop! Break it over your head, fucking throw a fit and shit. We can make a short out of that. Heads and tails,
there's a lot of metal in the laptop, dude.
Yeah, I can make a short out of that. Well, I already got a title. Heads and Tails loses his shit over trash laptop. I'll tag you in that motherfucker. I'll bring people to your channel. I'll get views. We'll all get famous on that one.
Everybody.
See, I don't do any TikTok and shit, so.
Want to see some rats? I'm in the rat shed.
Yeah. So that's the second part that a lot of people don't realize when they get into the snakes is you're either going to the pet store every 2 or 3 days and you're buying these fucking rats. And then if the snake don't eat, now you got to keep it. So it turns into you got to breed fucking rats. And
Yeah.
now you're breeding snakes and you're breeding fucking rats.
And the rats are way more work than the snakes.
Oh,
Way
they are.
more.
They're nasty. They're fucking nasty little critters.
I got a system set up pretty good now to where like it doesn't stink anymore. Because I use a bunch of kitty litter, like I lay it across on the bottom, and then I use these pine flakes and put them over it, so that like
Right.
as they excremate, it can all just get soaked up.
I wonder
And
if you
the,
could get. I wonder if
what?
you'd be able to buy one of those kitty litter boxes that self clean. If you'd be able to use one of those and turn it into a rat enclosure somehow.
Okay, yes and no. So some of these people told me like, hey, you can just put a kitty litter box in there and the rats will use the kitty litter box.
Eh,
Nah.
the rats don't give a fuck. They're gonna just walk around and turn it up like a goat.
They dumped it out is what they did. They dumped it out over and over. No matter how many or how big of a like kitty litter box I put in there, they figure out a way to dump it out. So I just decided, well, if you're dumping it out, I might as well just put it across the bottom to begin with.
Right, that kind of keeps help it from getting all the way down to the glass and kind of keeps the smell out.
Yeah, well, I'll show you real quick. So on mine, I got tanks.
Oh, you got them in totes.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's working out, boy.
Oh yeah, and so is she. These guys over here chilling. I got some in that one. But yeah, let me open this up actually.
Are you gonna check on that?
I just
Hey,
did. I
little
put it back
guy.
in there at 250 for a minute.
So check out these babies.
Are those soft furs?
Yeah, African soft furs.
Yeah, I thought so. Those are like those are a delicacy to snakes.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna just hold these.
All right.
Sorry. Having difficulties.
It's all right. It's the life of streaming on a telephone. At least we're
Right.
on StreamYard so that it didn't fucking just boot your ass for going upside down. Yeah, look at that little ugly fucking thing. Oh, he fell. Are you okay? Hope you didn't break your
my
leg.
phone fell. I still got them in my hand.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh.
I like to make a joke when I drop my phone that I drop my viewers and they don't need to sue me.
Yeah, please don't sue us. It's defamation of character. All right, let me see if I can put this little dude up here. See, he don't even have no eyes. Well,
Yeah,
his eyes
aren't
aren't
open yet.
And then this one's even smaller.
Oh.
Get close, little buddy. He's on
Be all right.
the shelf in front of me. Come here, buddy.
They're almost cute. Yeah, they're almost
I got
cute.
one that actually is cute. Oh. Where you at, dude? You hanging? Mama, where's your baby? Dang. I don't know where it is. I got one that's like, okay, so you know how you get albino, and yeah, I definitely feed those to my snakes. Well, not the babies. I feed bigger ones. Like, it depends. It depends. So I got these ones. Big. Look at that guy.
There, that's a jumbo. Hell, that might even be a colossal by now.
Whew.
He's gonna
He'll bite
bite your
you out.
ass.
Oh yeah, he will. That big dude. I tried to get rid of him so many times, man, but I don't know. He's too strong. I ain't got a big enough snake. Oh, there's.
Well, now what you need to do is get him a lady, and obviously he's gonna be a breeder now.
Oh yeah, he's got 4 women in there. Look
Oh,
at
there
that
you go.
logo.
So that's a mouse, soft fur.
No, yeah, that's an ASF. It's still a rat.
Kind of cool color.
Right? I like this one. He's got like the black ears and stuff.
Right. I
It's
used to
weird
have
'cause
me
you end
a I used to have me a rat. I kept it as a pet for a while. I had a
Sorry, my
friend.
dog's in here.
Yeah, I had a
Oh,
friend that had a snake, so they bought the rat feed to the snake. The snake didn't want to eat it, and they didn't have anything to do with it. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take it
Oh,
home.
yeah.
I'll keep it as a pet." It was pretty cool. Like I'd get it out, I'd pet it and shit, and
Oh, yeah.
I'd put it in the fish tank. And this motherfucker, I had a lid on there, and he would figure out how to get out. Every morning, this motherfucker would get out. I had him all the way in my kids' room on the other end of the house. This motherfucker would get out at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, scurry his motherfucking ass in there, crawl up in my bed, and fucking lay on my neck like a fucking cat. It'd wake me up
Damn.
every day, and I'd be like, "You son of a bitch!" And then I'd just like kind of chunk it across the room, slide it off the bed, like, "Get away from me!" And then about 2 minutes later, that motherfucker crawled right back up and just lay on my neck like it was my fucking buddy.
I had, whenever I was like maybe 14, 15, I had a pet rat. That was all right. Used to sit on my shoulder all the time. Rats are actually pretty chill. That guy, however, he's almost gotten fed off a couple times, so he's like, "Nah, I don't mess with you no more." You know,
Right, he's like, I can't trust you, motherfucker. And every time I see you, you put me in a
straight up,
goddamn box with this fucking monster.
Yep, and a lot of the times the ASFs are the ones that'll actually bite you, and the regular rats are more like, "Nah, we're chill." You know, they don't jump, stuff like that. But my ASFs, I've never like tried to feed one off and it didn't get eaten. Like ASFs always get eaten, bro. They're like, I don't know. It's like the difference in eating a hamburger to a steak. You know,
Right.
like an ASF is a steak to a snake. They're like, "Oh yeah, give me that." And it's got a lot of nutrients in it too. You can get a ASF nearly half the size of a regular rat, and it still has at least the same amount of nutrients, if not more.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, ASFs are definitely the way to go for ball pythons, and they like them a lot more too. Only downside to ASFs is they take a while to like breed. Where regular rats, 18 days, and I got some babies. These guys, it's 21. Sometimes it's longer, 21 to 28 days.
Right.
And then you still got to wait like 3 weeks for them to get big enough to eat. Where these guys grow so quick, it's only like a week and a half, and they're already, ready to go.
Yeah, the rats fucking produce fast.
Yeah,
like rabbit.
Yeah. The freaking ASFs are definitely a bigger pain in the butt, but they're worth it, I think. And they jump and they run on the wheels a lot, and like, I don't know, they're just interesting little guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're cute, but at the end of the day, they're just part of the food chain.
I mean,
I bet some people are doing the live feedings on YouTube right now. I'm pretty sure they're getting a bunch of hate comments, but at the end of the day, it's the food chain. That's what they're gonna do in nature.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so that's another big thing too, is that my rats only have one bad day. And it's unfortunately their last day, but pretty much I try to do my best to like give them some sort of activity to do. Like a lot of rat breeders don't have the wheels and stuff in their enclosures, but I just felt like it was gonna, help them. And I think they're doing pretty good. I don't have any like diseased rats or anything like that. Like everything's good and healthy, growing fine. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, and so like the kids will love them too. The kids will be out there more interested in the damn rats than they are in the snakes half the time.
Yeah, I would say like, so my stepdaughter, she loves all of them. She's always trying to play with the rats and stuff, but she she knows that the rats will bite you for no reason,
Right.
just to see what you are. The snakes have to have a reason to bite you. So it's funny, like the different confidence level she shows while holding snakes in comparison to holding rats.
Right.
And I mean, she usually helps me with just about everything. She's like my little partner in crime. I'll be like, all right, Rain, what are we doing?
Right.
It's
Yeah,
pretty cool though.
I've noticed that too with my youngest. Whatever I'm interested in and I'm doing, he's interested in it. And he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Like when I started live streaming the fish, and I got done, he would go back and he would record a video on his phone. And, he would be like, Dad, are we going to put this on YouTube? Or like when I was watching my own videos to try to get some watch time, he's like, Dad, is that my video? Is that my video I did?
Right.
And I'd be like, yeah, bub. Yeah, it sure is. Try to give him that reassurance, even though I'm joking with him, I turn around and tell him, no, I'm just playing, bub. Daddy can't put your videos on there because I don't have your phone. You know what I mean? Get off my phone.
Right.
You wanna feed some cats to your snakes?
No.
That's a joke. We're gonna get banned on YouTube for making bad jokes.
I'm like, you never know, bro. People are out there like that. It's not that. I mean, I know people like cats a lot. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's a cat. But cats have sharp claws, bro. Big teeth, sharp claws. They'll hurt my snakes. That's one of the funniest things is everybody. I do get quite a bit of people that are telling me like, oh man, whenever you want to feed it this chicken, you want to feed it this, you want to feed it that. I'm like, bro, it's a little snake. Like, I mean, it's like 4.5, 5 foot long, but that's not very big in the snake world,
Right.
It's like
that's one big thing that's different between the balls and then you get into the boas. Them boas can get 20 fucking feet long. Them things will eat whole fucking rabbits and shit. Like, it's a totally different ball game.
I would say that the big snakes, like, not so much on the BCCs or BCIs, although the boa constrictors, they have a really strong bite. Like when they whack something, they whack it hard. It's way harder than like a regular ball python bite or a lot of other snakes bite. But like a reticulated python, a retic is the longest snake on the planet. I think it was like 35 feet or something like that. That and Burmese pythons, I mean, that's what the problem is out in Florida is Burms, retics, boas, and then house cats. House cats are actually killing the heck out of a lot of mammals.
Right. That's kind of the main reason why I have the cats is they're really outside. They come in every once in a while, but they're mousers, They keep all the critters away. They kill snakes, they kill mice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you don't even really see like big snakes eating cats. Like cats are pretty predatory animals and really fast and have good reflexes and can see great at night. Like cats are OP.
Cats are killers.
Yeah, they're OP, bro. They're overpowered.
Yeah, I would be scared to have the 15, 20 foot. I don't want nothing that big.
One day.
Like that. The balls, the balls really have about a limit. They only get so fucking big.
Oh yeah. And I mean, okay, so as far as if you're not trying to actually like test yourself, like you want something, because snakes are kind of tough and cool looking, but you don't actually want to be at like a risk to you or your family, then absolutely a ball python's the way to go. They are literally like the least scary snake on the planet. Next to, I guess, a garter snake, but a garter's a colubrid. So, I mean, they have some sort of toxin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just so weak that it doesn't really affect us, and it's most likely going to be like the like how the hog noses have their teeth way in the back instead of at the front. So like they got to gnaw on you for a while before it actually even gets to you, and they're not hollow fangs either. They're just covered in nasty slime.
Right, right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird to think about the differences, especially whenever I see people that are so afraid of snakes and they're like, "Oh man, if I see a snake, I'm gonna kill it." I'm like, "Don't be getting near my damn snake," you know? Like,
Well, there's
they
a
all
big
think,
difference between captive snake, born captive, been held and played with its whole life, and a wild snake. Like there's a difference between a
absolutely,
fucking wild dog and a tame dog. You know,
absolutely,
you go out there
absolutely,
and fuck with a wild dog, you're gonna find out real quick that thing is from nature. It's gonna bite your ass. It might not kill
right,
you, but it is gonna fuck you up before it leaves.
right. Actually, I have a short of finding it was like a 6.5 foot Texas rat snake. We
Hmm.
went for my sister's wedding, and we were at like this Airbnb that had like a bunch of geese and stuff. The snake was in the goose hut eating all the eggs.
Oh shit.
Well, me being a snake dude, I was like, fuck them eggs. But oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I cuss. We smoke cigarettes. We drink beer on here.
Word.
On my
Uh,
on my channel, I don't give a shit.
I try. I know. I want to be respectful, my guy. You know.
Yeah, you're good. We cuss on here.
All right, so yeah, I was like, forget them eggs. I'm trying to save the snake because everybody's like, oh, just call the guy. I'm like, he's just gonna come and kill the snake.
Right, or he's
And
gonna take it to somebody else's property and dump it. And it's gonna do the same thing over there.
right, I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna save this snake right now. So I took it out and like got it out and everything and set it free because he couldn't escape. He got in, ate all the eggs, got too fat, couldn't get out.
Oh shit, he was living in there.
Yeah, well, he started to regurge some of the hangs up the bird. Oh, the cat or the snake?
I have seen him check out my cat. I think she might be talking about a snake, actually. She says, I've seen him checking out her cat. Let me scroll up here. I want him out. I want him out there to get the mice. What are we talking about here, Siberian? You got our attention. Oh, I have a black snake at my house that's about 10 feet long. He lives in my gutters and in my garage.
Sweet. What part of the country do you live in?
This motherfucker's like, I'm gonna come get it. I'm on my way
No,
right now.
I love. Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time. But
Right.
not because different areas are different snakes, you know. So it's like, is it a black pine snake? Ooh, Maryland. That's out by Ken.
Way
I
up
gotta
north.
ask. Yeah, I gotta ask Ken what snakes are indigenous over by him. He'll tell me. He was talking about a black snake the other day, actually. I don't know what it is though. It's not a pine snake though. That black pine snake, man, if you ever see a black pine snake, you'll know. It is like it's super black, but really, really shiny too. It's just crazy looking.
Kind of
Want to
crazy.
get one of those.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole corn snake fad. Them things are goofy looking. They're real fidgety. To me, they're not real cool. I think
Um,
corn snakes belong in the cornfield.
I mean, I get why people like corn snakes. I get it. You can get some pretty cool colors with them. And they're pretty active. So, you know, if you want to be holding it and it be moving around and all that stuff, then yeah, that's for sure a decent snake for you. I would still recommend a milk snake over a corn snake. Milk snakes get quite a bit bigger and they got really awesome colors. Milk snakes are the ones that look like what is that, coral? The coral snake?
Oh yeah, the black and red. You're dead.
Yeah,
Yellow and black. You're in the some shit or another. Here's a little rhyme.
Yeah, that
Red means
rhymed.
black, you're okay, Jack, or black and red, you're
Yeah.
dead. He
So
said
those
that
snakes,
he's saying he's super black and he is shiny.
ooh, dang.
I don't know. If I had a
That'd be
10-foot
cool.
snake around here, I'm probably that motherfucker that's gonna kill it. Or call somebody
Hey,
to get it the fuck
Siberian
out of here.
Gal Pal, look up a black pine snake on Google and see if like the head shape looks the same. And next time you see it, try to look at its head shape and where its eyes are placed on its head. That'll tell you what kind of snake it is.
Have you tried to pick it up? I'm not that guy either. I ain't no snake wrangler.
If you try to pick him up, he'll wrap around you.
Also,
Like bite
Google,
you and then wrap around you? Wait, bite you and then wrap around you, or just wrap around you to hold on to you? Because there's a huge difference there.
she said they picked him up and held him.
Okay, because most snakes, like for example, they like they don't have arms or legs, so they got to wrap around you to hold on.
Right. He said he's never bitten it.
However, that thing definitely seems pretty chill. I mean, if they've held them, so that's cool. You gotta
if it's a wild snake and you're picking it up and playing with it, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
literally your outdoor pet snake. That's awesome.
I don't know if I would get that far into it to where I would even know that he's that chill. I'm kind of scared to fuck with a wild animal.
All right, Cole, I understand it from you though, because I grew up north, and like I gotta say, up north there's not a whole lot of stuff that can kill you. Not as far as like creepy crawlies and stuff. It's like, yeah, a wolf or a bear or something, but not like there's no venomous snakes up there really, But down here in Texas, dude, you could absolutely get got by a snake.
Yeah, we got copperheads, we got water moccasins, we got cottonmouths, we got motherfucking rattlesnakes, and then a lot of them, it's kind of hard to decide if it's a rat snake or if it's a copperhead, depending on where it's at in its season.
Absolutely.
I see snakes out here all the time that are as wide as the fucking road almost, going across the road every day, just right down the street from me, going from one side to the other. And these motherfuckers are this big around and 10, 12 foot long, just perusing down the street like it ain't shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we got damn all kinds of spiders that'll fuck you up. We got scorpions down here, like almost everything wild in Texas wants to bite you and fuck you up.
Absolutely.
Except for the little
I would imagine a 10-foot snake would definitely be very strong. When I got my first big ball python, I was like, dang man, it like all my other snakes were like soft, and like her, she's like still soft skinned, but is like a cable, like holding on to a metal cable, like it's just muscle. You're like, dang, this girl is strong, like. So
yeah,
I
you can feel the muscle in it.
May have a way to get into my attic. Do you want it in your attic? I mean, obviously it's a chill snake with you. It's not trying to harm you, so heck yeah.
I mean, up north it's got to go somewhere for winter.
Yeah.
There's still a reptile, so it has to have heat. So
Absolutely.
it's getting heat from somewhere. And there's obviously some kind of food source around there to keep it happy and healthy.
And it's definitely a few years old if it's 10 foot long, so it's been doing it already for a while. That's pretty awesome, actually.
It is kind of cool, like
very big around. Ooh. Pine snakes aren't usually super thick. I wonder what that is.
I don't know. I can't get to my Google search right now. If I do, I boot
Let me
myself
see
out of
if
my
I can
screen.
get the laptop to work.
We're about to get on that solo layout, bro. We're gonna go viral today on that fucking laptop.
I'm telling you.
Get the fucking bat out. Start kicking it with your boot. Just have a complete mental breakdown. Ah, the motherfucker computer. We'll put some music behind it.
My uncle has a like a car that he's always doing his tuning and stuff on. And he's like, "Hey man, can I use the laptop?" I said, "Yeah." It ain't been working since.
Wow.
It ain't been working since. Oh, no.
He did it to tune his car.
Yeah. He puts like
Maybe,
a drive scan on it, and then we can go through and change like fuel air mixtures and stuff at certain RPMs and when to shift and a bunch of different stuff. But it really doesn't like to start anymore.
That's kind of crazy. Maybe that software is a little too much information for the laptop.
Well, and that's the problem is you're right. I need to get on there and either defragmentize or just clear the cache or something, but I can't even get on this thing to do it. So no.
Yeah, next time it actually loads, I would delete. Go buy your own fucking laptop, Hot Rod.
Right.
Or you broke it, you bought it. Give me a new one. This one is now yours.
He actually he gave it to me for a Christmas present, so I can't complain too much. And it is old already, anyways. I've had this thing for a while.
Right.
I used it to do my drone videos back in the day, like because I was flying all the drones and stuff, making videos of that. And so it's got a lot of drone software on there and like drone programming and stuff like that. I'm gonna probably get rid of most of that, and then I bet it'll work fine.
So like you would send your drone image to the laptop while you were flying?
No, I got a SD card. So like I'll record. I got goggles on, but sometimes I'll have like a SD card on the drone itself. So while I'm flying with the goggles and I'm seeing everything happening, afterward I take the SD card out, download it into the computer, edit all that stuff, put some music to it, and then upload it. I guess I could probably do it on my phone and stuff, but SD cards, pulling them in and out of your phone and stuff, I don't know. That's not.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And you take a chance of corrupting your SIM card and.
Exactly, because mine's attached to my SIM card, so I gotta like pull. Yeah, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, nowadays they're on that same little rack now.
Yeah.
I remember it used to be the micro SD card had its own slot where you could pop that motherfucker in and pop it out.
Yeah.
Which was kind of simple like a computer, but nowadays you got to pop out your whole SIM card, take the chance of corrupting your SIM card, and put it all back in. And
just hope you don't touch it, don't breathe on it. Like you're performing surgery every time you want to upload a new video. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, fuck a bunch of that.
Right.
Well, what I have to do too, like on my phone, because it's just a Samsung piece of shit phone, is after I get a good amount of shorts, because I record shorts every day. I record them 15 seconds at a time, and I kind of record them with editing in mind. After I get me a good list of, let's say, 20 shorts on there, I have to go back and erase all that shit so I can continue to add videos. I need to get me a computer. That's going to be my next step. Stupid fucking computer.
Damn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you with the smoke. I'm sitting here blowing smoke in your face, choking you out.
Me too, bro.
All right.
It's too early for that one. No, man, I'm trying to get Like I got a bunch of lighting and shit. I just haven't put it up yet. I tried to use like one of the backdrops that I got off of Amazon and stuff. That stuff doesn't really work that great, man. So
Right.
I'm like, I think a big part of it is just having a better camera. I mean, I got a pretty ghetto phone too. My phone, I can't even charge this dang thing unless I like shut it off, plug it in, and then it'll start charging and I can turn it on.
Right. Yeah, and actually, so this is a weird thing is my camera quality through the YouTube app is straight doo-doo. Like when I try to do my fish, it's all pixelated and grainy and shit. It looks like trash.
Yeah.
But if I do it through StreamYards, it's beautiful and crisp and clean. That I don't understand at all. Like, can I use the same phone, the same camera, and I use your YouTube app and it sucks,
the
and I use
program-
StreamYards and it works great?
It's probably because StreamYard is broadcasting you in a different quality. You know, it's a higher quality. Because YouTube, I don't know if you know, but whenever you do like for example, I used to do this with my drone videos. Whenever I'd upload a drone video, I would wait to like I'd upload it and then not post it to the public for like 4 hours because it takes time to get the pixelation up or like the pixels up higher. Because it'd be like, oh, 140p. I'm like, man, I recorded this in 2.7K and it's giving me 140p whenever I go to play it.
Yeah, you're fucking uploading in MS-DOS mode and shit. It comes up with fucking dots and colors.
I'm like, man. So I learned like after a while, if I'm trying to post a video that's like got a lot of action in it, I'll post it, but I won't post it to public. I'll just post it private and then wait a few hours and then do a premiere and post it then.
That makes sense because I've actually went back and watched some of those lives and they're clear.
Yeah.
So I guess YouTube is kind of behind on upload speed.
YouTube makes you take like 2 hours or something for it to actually get all of its stuff right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even think of it that way.
But yeah, I had to do that with the drone videos a lot because there's so much action in those that like, man, it gets really blurry if it's not in like really good quality.
Right.
You ever fly a drone?
Nothing more than the little toys here at the house, you know, the ones that do the little tricks and shit. I got pretty good at that, but
Heck yeah.
I haven't got me no real drone to go outside and go travel the neighborhood and shit. No.
Okay, did you get one, the little ones? Did you have a headset?
No, it was like no cameras, little $40, $50 things.
All right,
Styrofoam.
so I'm gonna make sure that like I'll have some batteries charged and everything. So like whenever we eventually meet up to hang out, I'll get one of my little drones out. But I still got the goggles, so like we fly literally first person view, as if you are the drone.
That's crazy.
It makes it a lot better because left is always left and right is always right. Instead of like when you go to fly a drone on average, oh, how does it look?
Here, we'll let you see.
Is it blue?
It looks very dark. That looks very, very dark.
Almost black.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a blue black.
But I did pretty good. It looked pretty fucking even.
Absolutely looks even, that's for sure.
Well, so yeah, if you actually pull it apart and you get some light,
Hey, go solo on it.
you can see the color. It'll pop in the
Is
sun.
it super blue?
We'll have to get a
I was gonna say,
Hey,
as
this-
you
that
like
is the box.
continue to wash, it's gonna get bluer and bluer, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll have to get a video of it in the sun. That sun will make it pop. You know, you get the UV light on it.
Mm-hmm.
My hands are purple. It's been dark forever.
But yeah, whenever me and you meet up, I'm gonna bust out one of them little ones. We're gonna go flying like crazy. It's cool though, because when you turn like left or right, dude, when you're flying a drone normally, I know you know this because you said you've flown a couple of them. When you come back to yourself, everything's reversed and it'll mess with you.
Right. Yeah, you'll get combobbled and shit.
Yeah, because it's like, oh wait, which direction? You know, like your orientation will mess up. You can't figure out which direction you're going and stuff sometimes. Where with the goggles, you always know which direction you're going. Only sucky thing is you cannot go backward. Sadie crash lots. Nice.
What happens when you go backward?
Bro, you're looking through goggles. You can't see nothing behind you.
Oh, right.
Like that, and it's yeah, you can't even really stop. You basically have to be moving forward the whole time. But I don't know if you've ever seen any like FPV like freestyle videos, but man, some of these guys are really, really good. I am not very good. I can do some flips and stuff like that, but it's not the same. Like some of these guys are threading the needle. They're dropping, 300 feet down into a hole barely bigger than the drone and like just first try, like.
Right, yeah, my shit would be at the bottom of the fucking hole. Bam.
Dude, I mean, and
$300 in the hole. Mason,
that's the thing, right? Absolutely. These guys are tossing 350 every time they fly. They're just shattering drones. And they're like, obviously it saves money to be able to rebuild them and stuff. But even just like, okay, you broke a motor and an arm. It's like the motor's $30. The arm is another $15. You got to wait 3 days to get each one of them. It's like, it adds up.
Right. It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah. I mean, that's why for people that are learning and stuff, I'm like, dude, go with the small ones that still have the goggles. Because the small ones can take a good beating because, they run into something. They don't weigh very much or anything like that. There's, yeah, see, I started off with all of those as well. Once I learned about the goggles, I was like, no way, it's real now. Like they made it a real thing. And it changed the whole hobby. It's completely different now. There's some like ready to fly setups that come with like the drone, the goggles, the remote, batteries, charger, all that shit, like $200, $250. I mean,
right.
Not super cheap, but to get the goggles and everything, I mean, it's a good deal.
But it's kind of like put you in the first person. It's almost like turning it into VR to an extent.
Absolutely, dude. It's a blast. It's one of the best things ever. And if you got a dog, dude, your dog is gonna chase that drone like crazy, and you're literally like running from a monster.
Right. One of my buddies that did a live stream in the drag race, and he would live stream from his drone. He would get the drone up and live stream at the same, he's live streaming from his phone, but then he could switch it over and live stream from the drone as well.
He has a DJI.
DJI?
Yeah, it's a brand.
Oh, right.
Very specific drone there. Not all drones have those capabilities. Obviously, like the little ones, you're not going to have that capability with the little guy. That's his drone, at least a few $100s for sure.
I think at the drag races, the drone view, it just gives you a whole new feel of the track, awesome. The event. You can get up, you can see the track, you can see the crowd, you can see the pits, and then you could take off half a mile away and go check out this fucking pond for a minute while nothing's going on, and come back.
Yeah.
A drone it gives you just a totally different perspective of locations and areas that you're in,
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, for example, like those ones that can fly a half a mile away and come back and all that stuff, almost every single one of them are all DJI.
Right. Because I know like some of them you can
cornered on long range.
You can program home base, and then you'll be flying it, and then when the battery gets low, it'll automatically default to its system and bring itself home. So it don't let you.
Tries to.
It'll try to.
Tries to. Yeah.
That way you
It
know
doesn't
you're
always
not
work.
fucking half a mile away in Joe Blow's property and that motherfucker goes down and it's a goner because it's dead,
Well,
no longer
hey,
transmitting.
here's the thing. You send it to go home. Well, where is home? It was made in China, bro.
Motherfucker might take off across the sea.
He's going back. I just I sit there and think about it sometimes. I'm like, I wonder how many drones flew from California and just decided to hit the go home feature and just ended up in the Pacific somewhere.
Out in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, tried to go home to China. You know, they were flying it in California. It just ended up out there somewhere.
Out on a cruise ship. Your drone's taking a cruise.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool to be on a cruise ship and fly your drone while you're out there in the open water.
Yeah, they're going to have huge restrictions on that stuff. Honestly, they have a bunch of restrictions nowadays on drones in general. Anything over 250 grams, and they got remote drone ID laws and all this stuff to where you have to have everything registered. And if it's over a certain weight or if you have too many subscribers, you have to get a Part 107 pilot's license.
Yeah, you got to get a FAA license and shit.
Yeah, dude, they ruined the hobby.
There's a lot of restrictions too on areas. Like you can't fly them around airports, you can't fly them around bases.
I mean, it gets way more than that. So they're gonna make it so that you can only fly in like FAA approved sites, which are basically just open fields. So like the whole idea of like diving a gap between two buildings or something, like you're never gonna be able to see that again in the future. Only professional guys with the clearance and all that stuff will be able to. Guys with all the licenses and stuff.
Right, permits and shit like that.
Yeah, I guess it just, it separates the hobbyists from the professionals is what it does. It's like if you want to get into it, you got to go full commit now. You can't, just.
Well, it'll save some public foreheads too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You keep every Joe Blow and their mama from going downtown and start flying a drone around, then you'll probably save some windows and some people's cars and shit that way.
Well, and I think about like creeps and stuff that are like hanging out outside people's windows or something. Which, by the way, all of those guys all fly DJI. It's all DJI stuff. So it's like instead of like putting more restrictions on DJIs, they did it to everybody. And I'm like, man, my batteries only last 5 minutes. I'm like, it's like a race car, you don't have a big fuel tank in a race car.
Right.
It's like you do it for what you're planning and then bring it back and swap out batteries, because it's like, I don't know, my stuff doesn't go very far. It's more of just like speed and agility. It's being able to like.
You kind of got one of them racing ones.
Yeah, mine are freestyle rigs, so it's a heavier version of a race drone.
Now, a while back, I was watching those people do the race drones where they're going through fucking buildings and obstacle courses and shit, and it was like these motherfuckers are doing that shit at 80 miles an hour, bro. Like,
oh, absolutely,
crazy. Hitting in between these pipes and then cutting in and out of these windows and fucking second story, whoop around the building and come back around and land that shit on the table like it wasn't nothing.
And mind you, there is still lag.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's wireless, so even though the lag is slight, there's still a lag. So it's like you got to be preparing for the turn before you actually get there. Like
right.
Those guys are crazy. Yeah. I am surprised that the military isn't trying to like recruit those guys.
Yeah, those would be the guys that swoop in, get your information, and fucking swoop out, and you never even knew they were there.
Yeah, I mean, or like, dude, they could literally like fly through an open door or a cracked window and just like blow up the whole spot and be like, gotcha, like.
Right. Yeah, the military might be finding them guys and putting their ass to work, really. They just ain't told us.
Right. I was actually just, that's funny you said that because I was just thinking that.
Picking people up.
Yeah. Yeah, CIA's recruiting the best pilots. Alex Vanover is a secret CIA agent. Alex Vanover is one of the fastest. But yeah, like my shit, I don't know. I do like flips and like dive gaps and like just fly around stuff. You know, it's more of a. It's tough to explain. I guess watch the video.
Right.
Click my channel,
Yeah.
watch some of my old videos. I got a few things out there. I do like the small ones though. The small ones are the most fun. And those don't have any laws on them or anything really because they're so small. Like they can't go far. They can't do anything, you know, weird. But they're probably the best bang for your buck.
Can you not modify them and like daisy chain batteries on that motherfucker so it could like switch them, you know, like just to give you more range?
Yeah, but then you lose your power to weight ratio and stuff like that. You know, like that's the problem with the DJIs is that they're big, slow, heavy things. You know, where it's like mine's a little more nimble and like flippy floppy type of stuff. You know, like
right. You'll lose your agility.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be able to fly, but very slowly, and like not be able to do any flips or anything. You know.
Right.
So yeah, it's a balance. I mean, you do obviously want to try to put as big of batteries as you can to, you know, make it still fly well and last a long time. But I tend to actually aim for a little smaller battery so I can get more speed and power.
Right. Makes sense.
You know, it's just sweet to haul ass, right? Like,
right. Fast is good.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, drones, man. Whenever we hang out, I'm definitely gonna bring a setup and have you crashing all my drones.
And wreck them motherfuckers up a little bit. Bring extra propellers.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. Is you usually bring like a couple extra frames, extra propellers, extra batteries, some different antennas, depending on what you're doing. You know. Because
so when you crash, you kind of fuck the frame and everything too.
It depends on the drone, and it depends on the crash. I mean, what are you crashing into? The ground? You might be all right if it's like grass, but
right.
I mean, usually I'm trying to like do flips over trees and then come back under them, and like you'll smack the tree trunk or you know catch a ghost branch.
Hey,
it's like all types of stuff. It gets real bad whenever you're doing it around like metal. Metal is the worst. You just
metal don't have no give.
Yeah, you're surrounded by death. It's instant death for the drone. Or water. Water also. Flying over water, super sketchy.
Right. Yeah, it'll burn up everything then, right?
Oh yeah, you ruined your whole toy. Shit,
Processor,
I got a drone
everything.
in the lake, like maybe 2 miles away from me right now. I got a drone in the lake for like the last 3 years. Y'all ever want it? Go to Fisher Park, go magnet fishing, go for it. It's yours. Hell, it's got a freestyle video still in the SD card. I bet that SD card still works.
Oh yeah, I bet it has some badass video from when it fucking was going down, and then the crash. And you have probably about 5 seconds of video before it glitches out.
Well, here was the thing. I only had one SD card at the time, and it has probably an hour and a half of different flights and different maneuvers and stuff like that.
Oh, that kind of fucking blows.
Yeah, it does, dude. Yeah, it does.
So not only do you get a free drone, but you get an hour and a half worth of content for your YouTube channel if you go magnet fish that shit out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was flying it, and I'm talking to this old man, and he's like, "Oh, you're killing it," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can break this thing today." And right as I said it, like, I don't know what happened. Like the signal failed on me. Like I went in a dark spot, and I had like no camera. And I lift up the goggles just in time to watch this thing go poof, right in the middle. I was like, "Oh dang." He's like, "You gonna go get it?" I was like, "Nah," and I just laughed.
So fuck that thing. I'm good. I don't want to go swimming today.
Dude, there's too many like leeches and everything. That is not a swimming lake. That is
Right,
not
yeah,
a
that's
swimming
great.
lake.
Almost. Love you. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But yeah, anybody in New Braunfels, if you guys got a big old magnet, you want to go magnet fishing, have fun.
And I've seen people post YouTube videos or like, little videos where they'll go to a location they lost something. They're like, oh, I lost this and this here. Anybody that wants it can go get it. And then I've seen other motherfuckers post a video of going to get the shit.
That'd be so awesome, honestly, if somebody did go and get it and be like, hey, I found this drone. I'd be like,
Right.
that's my drone.
Yeah, there was a lady she posted on Facebook, like her husband cheated on her and she was getting a divorce or something. And she took off a wedding ring that was worth like $5,000 and chunked that motherfucker over her shoulder in the water. And then one of the magnet fishers got that video from Facebook, went to the location, kind of pinpointed, from the video, went out there magnet fishing and found that fucking ring.
Dang. I wonder if he sold it back to the dude or just sold it in general.
That would be fucked up. Turn around and sell it to the dude that fucking bought it in the first place.
Yeah.
I'll let you have your ring back for 50% of what you paid for it originally, buddy.
Right. Nah, man, I'd be like, hey, man, $500, bro.
Right. I always thought about getting into that magnet fishing. That shit seems like it'd be pretty cool, but
heck yeah,
you never know what you're gonna get depending on where you go.
Yeah. There's a few places around me that I've thought about it, and I was like, man, I want to get one of them big old magnets.
I've seen them guys use some little ass magnets too that they're just pulling up shit left and right.
Like Harbor Freight magnets, though, because that's
Right.
where I'm gonna go.
Me too. Go get like six of them welding magnets and fucking glue them together somehow.
Yeah.
Make my own. I like watching that Depths of History guy sometimes because he goes down and scuba dives and videos while he's scuba diving. That shit to me is pretty interesting to see, like, actually get a view of scuba diving because I probably will never do that. I'm kind of a little scared of shit like that.
I'm pretty scared of dying underwater.
Yeah, if I was meant to be underwater, I would have been born with fucking gills coming out the side of my neck.
Right.
I can swim, like a rock for a little while, but I can only land on the bottom for so long.
Like, I'm a really good swimmer, but dude, like diving, the air pressure changes and stuff, like you can blow up your lungs and all that. Like, there's so much stuff that goes along with it. The nitrogen in your body starts to bubble, you get the bends.
Right. Maybe that should be the new toy, is like a submarine with video cam. Kind of like a drone, but for the water.
All right, so for the record, I've already been working on that. I have a pond out in the backyard, and I was like, man, I got to get one of these cameras down there. Problem is, water is like the worst to try to like project something through.
Right, yeah, because the murkiness and the distortion from the lighting.
You can do it, but you got to have a cord. Like, you can't do it wirelessly.
Oh, right.
So
that kind of that'll limit your length and your distance.
Yeah.
And then once you add cameras and you add lights and you add batteries, then next thing you know, your little project turned into a 200-pound toy that motherfucking stinks.
And mind you, I'm only using it for like my little like 4x4 pond, so it's not great either way.
Well, once you get the concept and the idea down, maybe something that could take off.
Yeah.
Once you figure out all the schematics and shit, try to get some copyrights and patents on it, and then maybe somebody big will pick it up.
Right. Try to get a big contract out of it.
And then let them deal with all the other fucking issues that come with it later,
Yeah. I'm actually, one of the biggest things I was doing recently was, because I race RC cars sometimes.
Right.
So, like, I put a camera on my RC car, and so on the dirt tracks, it sucks. You can't use it. You're
Too
just,
blurry, or
I
right,
mean, you're
right.
bouncing all over. And then here's the thing: it's a dirt track, so we're doing like 10-foot jumps and stuff, and 20-foot jumps. Like man, nah. All you see is sky bouncing, sky wall. Like it's bad.
What if you could add a bunch of shock absorbers to the camera itself to try to stabilize it instead of the camera
So
bouncing with the
you
car?
can
It's
put-
like they all.
The only way I can think of it is if you have the RC card and like say here's the back, right? Get like a selfie cam sticking out the back and put a gimbal with the camera there. So that the
Right.
camera's stabilized and it's like up above behind the car so you can actually see what you're doing.
So figure out how to mount a gimbal to it.
Yeah, but here's the problem is even whenever you do that, now you're messing up the weight distribution and the car is gonna fly like crap. So
Right, yeah, it won't land. You'll have to counterbalance it, put a weight in the
Yeah.
front. Now you're losing speed.
yeah. So now you're not
But for
competitive
content,
anymore.
For content though, it might work out pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Now for actual
as far
racing,
as-
it might fuck you.
yeah. I would say like driving an RC car on the street, however, with a camera on it, fine. It's fine.
Right.
It's pretty cool actually. I also tried to I have this little tiny RC car. It's called a Micro Z. And
Right.
I put a camera on that thing. I put one of my little drone ones on it. Dude, that was really fun because that's a flat like track. The only downside is they didn't do it like to scale. So as you're driving, you have no idea a turn's coming up because it's not like they painted the arrows or anything on the track.
Right.
So like, you know, if they made it like an actual track where they had like the braking zones and stuff coming up, so you knew you were going to be braking soon, it would work
Right.
really well on an on-road track.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And then you could do that with the fucking goggles on, like first person
Yeah.
RC car.
Yeah.
Now
That's
that
what I
would
was
be kind of
doing.
crazy. It'd be almost be like a VR-ish and a race at the same time that people could watch you do.
So I did it at the track with my goggles, and I did it with the off-road one, and then I did it with the on-road one later because off-road one was just too crazy to try to. It was discombobulating, like because it's VR.
Like somebody
You're
just
just
sitting
like,
there fucking rattling your head around.
yeah, dude.
What?
But on the
Oh, boy.
on-road one, it was really cool looking. But because there was no braking zones, I'm like kind of taking the track a little slow, you know, like so it didn't look super cool because I wasn't like going super fast.
Right.
If I had like I gotta make a track that like literally looks like a little world so that I can see the braking zones coming up. At
Right.
least
Well,
have
that
the
or if
arrow
you have
pointing
the,
this way.
like you said, if you have the gimbal behind it, then you could kind of have a better view of what's coming up, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only way I would be able to actually like be able to race with people like that is if we got everybody in the race to do that.
Right. Yeah. Make it an even kill.
Yeah, so that like, but that would be insane to watch having like 8 different cameras as all these guys are racing and jockeying for position and crashing and yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you
That'd
could
be
have
awesome.
all the cameras on a split screen.
Yeah,
Then you could like maybe like have it to where we're creating a whole new version of content here. You could have
Yeah,
8
I mean,
different cameras on a split screen and have them stacked and have them change positions as the person changes positions for the viewers to watch. Like when somebody
that's
takes over
interesting.
somebody else, the camera would jump in front of the other camera for the view.
and I mean that's interesting. I was actually just thinking like, you know how they do like real racing for like those trophy trucks and stuff or stadium trucks where they're you know they'll be on like a guy's car for a second and then go split screen and then go find another area of the track and then go back to some other guy's car and show the
Right.
standings on the side, like get all the graphics going. Shoot, you know, Go ESPN
Start a
style.
whole new era of shit right there.
Right.
A new hobby.
I've seen guys try to do like the ESPN version for RC car racing, obviously. The only thing is you don't ever see it like first person view while they're out there, but it's usually because it's off-road track, so they're like bouncing and jumping and stuff like that. It's just super hard. So yeah, you would have to do the gimbal idea. That's the only way it would work.
But it had to be almost a center mount then. That way you don't have to worry about weight distribution.
I mean, I would say that bar that goes selfie stick, that would actually have to start right behind the front bumper.
Right.
Because otherwise the weight is going to be too much and just make the car do a wheelie all the time. Because they're all, like, most of them are electric cars. Even the ones that aren't electric cars, all the motors are in the back of these cars.
Right.
So your weight's already back there. So it's like it'd be difficult to figure out. And then no matter what,
you'd have to find a center line somewhere to where you're not fucking up when you jump. You don't want them nosediving, and you don't want them fucking jumping like this either.
Right. And then also, it being on a selfie stick, it's going to make it way taller, so the car is going to want to roll in turns instead of
it'll be top heavy.
Yeah. So I mean, there's going to be some real like hurdles to overcome. But if we could get it lightweight enough, most of those hurdles go away.
Right.
So it'd have to be like a carbon fiber stick and a really small camera.
Well, I mean, they got those damn spy button cameras nowadays too, that don't weigh shit.
But you still got to have the gimbal so that it's free floating, and you still want good quality. So it's like
we just come up with like $5,000 worth of inventions to make a hobby.
Right.
Take a $1,000 hobby and turn it into a $10,000 hobby for the fan.
Yeah. I was trying to document my RC car camera. Like, oh, this is version 3 and blah blah blah. But then, like, I was watching this show and someone else came out with like an actual version of one, and I was like, y'all suck.
Fucking dickhead. He's seen my first attempt and fucking created it right off the jump.
Right? I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm version like 18.
Yeah, with this public platform, anybody can pick up this conversation and be like, oh, them two dumbasses had a great idea. Too bad they're fucking retarded and can't figure it out. I got this shit.
Right.
Next thing you know, fucking Elon Musk comes out with the goddamn new RC car with the camera, with the gimbal set up, perfectly balanced and shit. From Tesla, the Tesla RC car now.
So
got fucking cameras it's got cameras in the fucking headlights or some bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody has a camera recessed behind the car and lifted up. Nobody has an RC car setup like that. Everybody just puts them right on the windshield.
You can see the whole car itself instead of just seeing what the car sees. You actually see the car itself maneuvering and working, so you can see it when it gets up to the other car and like.
Right.
You almost get like a drone view of what's going on.
When you're racing in a video game, do you go in the cockpit view or are you behind the car? I'm usually behind the car.
I'm behind the car. I don't like first-person racing because you can't see around you. You don't know what the fuck's going on, and I get discombobulated sometimes and shit.
Absolutely.
And then, like, if you're on GTA, I'll try to get further back from the car so I can see the people I'm going to run over way before I get to them and shit.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, and I do feel like a lot of people do it the same way. It's like we don't like being that low and that close. You got to be up higher and back further so that you can see,
Yeah, you almost want it back far enough where you can see the rooster tails and shit too, but that'd be almost more complicated because then you're just stretching.
You're just shooting dirt all over your camera the whole time.
Oh shit! All right, man. Well,
yeah, my phone's about to die, my dude. I got 2%.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call her off. We got 2 hours and 10 minutes on here. We still got 2
There
people
you
watching.
go.
Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Heads and
Appreciate
Tails, for coming in and entertaining these people with me this morning.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was fun. Glad
We're
we got to do it.
gonna edit the title here in a little while, and we'll tag you in the video.
That's
So
cool.
hair
Appreciate that.
dyeing with Heads and Tails.
Right there you go. Man, I should put on a wig for the thumbnail, like a big pink wig or something for the thumbnail. I'll see if I can do it, and I'll send you a picture.
All right, yeah, I got an email. You can actually send me an email, and then we can exchange phone numbers that way.
Gotcha.
And that way we can
Okay.
send shit back and forth through the phone. It'd be a lot easier
Yeah.
than do YouTube
Yeah,
out of the
dude.
public eye.
For sure. Appreciate that.
All right, man. Well, I had a good time. I appreciate it. It was
Yeah, me
fun.
too, man. I'll see you later.
I will catch you on the next one. Thank you, everybody, for joining in and watching. We had a good little stream here today, and we'll be back on at our regular time at 10:30. We may do an afternoon stream. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how tired I get or how tired I still am. Thank you, everyone, and y'all have a good day. If I can figure out how to push this button.